6'8" from Tennessee, number 12, Tobias.
The New York Knicks getting healthier. OG, Jalen do season. Ream. So this is the start of a gauntlet for New York. Brunson got him to open play. It's a three.
Well, that's a big one for him because he had his worst shooting night of the year 2 weeks ago against the Pistons. Didn't make a three all night, so to get that first one's big.
Yeah, if you're Thompson, you like, no. You don't want him to see his first shot go down because he becomes a handful when he sees that first one goes in.
Cunningham misses on the fade. Brunson thought there was contact from Thompson. Now they'll work it to the other side, and Bridges. Hard drive, kick, OG Anunoby, shooting practice. Can't hit the three. And the ball deflected out of bounds off of New York. Defended by Anunoby. Robinson in and out. And Hart has got the board. Robinson shooting 40% from downtown.
And been it even better lately.
And a travel called on Brunson.
The Pistons defense has bothered Jalen Brunson.
Harris, New York native, off the mark. That first meeting was a 121-90 Detroit victory. Cunningham had 29 points, 13 assists. Hart, he got denied by Reed. And a break opportunity here. Thompson, no look. Robinson, ball fake, the flyby, and the jumper is too strong. Long pass, caught by Hart. Touchdown, Knicks on the jam.
Well, that's
Unseld-like. Paul Reed on the interior cracks the seal for Detroit.
Well, that's what Detroit will do, Dwayne, is even when you score, they're coming right back at you. This team's third in the league in fast break points, and they're not all off the turnovers.
Well, that makes Jalen Brunson turnover a little better because it wasn't one that allowed Detroit to get out in transition. It was one that they had to take the ball out on the side. You can get back, and you can set your defense.
Absolutely.
Missed by Anunoby. The Knicks are 2 of 5 from the field. The Pistons are 1 of 5. Thompson gives up his dribble, needs some help. And Towns nearly got a steal. Reed with the handles. Reed, that's a step back J, and it's short.
I think New York will be pretty happy if those are the shots the Pistons ends up getting tonight.
Knicks come in number 3 in offensive rating, number 11 in defensive rating, but much improved over the last 12 games.
Yeah, not last 12 games, Ian. The best defensive rating in the league.
Brunson with the shaken. The mistakes in the first half of the season. 13.6 turnovers per game, 4th fewest in the NBA. Compare that with Detroit.
Than anything and anyone.
And Brunson adds to the New York lead. Detroit comes in 15.3 turnovers per game, 23rd in the NBA. They are number 1 in a bunch of categories. Steals, forced turnovers. Cunningham, short. Harris got his hands on it, and Bridges with a loose ball foul.
Well, both these
He's going to come out too high. He's going to allow for that shot, and he's going to get it right there all night.
And the 3-ball won't go. The Pistons are 1 of 8 from the field. Brunson turns the corner on Cunningham. Feed it, wide open look. Bottom, Bridges.
Well, Bridges is number 1 in the league in corner threes made. That's his 61st one of the season.
Ball movement leads to a Harris baseline delivery, and nothing is going down for Detroit. Offensive rebound, Reed to Harris, and that's short off the rim. And knocked out of bounds off of
team Detroit, but they made 33 threes in the 2 games against New York this year. And quite simply, if Detroit's going to make threes, they're going to be pretty hard to beat.
I think they're getting great looks, and I wouldn't be mad at these misses right now. It finally goes for Cunningham because they're getting great looks. And so you eventually feel if we continue to get looks like this, they will fall.
Field goal percentage defense, Detroit's right near the top. They're number 2 in the NBA. They're 5th in defending the 3. But Stan, you alluded to it. Shooting the 3 has not been their forte. And that ball rolls off of Hart. Towns way outside. Somehow that made its way to Bridges. The bullet feed and the awareness of Hart to hit Bridges for 2.
Well, that's great ball movement, and you see one of the reasons New York's one of the best offenses in this league.
Cunningham hangs and hits, plus the harm.
Force Cade Cunningham baseline to his strong hand.
Yeah.
Your help's got to be a lot quicker than what it was right there.
Half-court set here for New York. They lead the Pistons 11-8.
Coach, I don't think that's the game plan. I don't think sending Cade to a strong hand.
Spin. Anunoby gets the roll. That was pretty.
Well, that's an area over the course of his career where he's really improved, being able to put the ball on the floor and make plays.
And Anunoby makes the defensive play. Opportunity for the Knicks to extend their lead. Anunoby wants it against Cunningham. Isolation. 10 to shoot. Towns.
That's all.
And it bounces off the front of the rim. He wanted to call down low against Reed. Thompson hasn't been involved here offensively. Oh, killer cross. Dish. Cunningham gets it to go. That's a highlight.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think you just reverse jinxed Asar Thompson saying he hadn't been involved.
Well, that's the role of the play-by-play man. Get guys motivated.
Yeah, you certainly did.
13-10. Knicks.
Got him.
The bump. And Harris is going to the free throw line.
But he didn't use his athleticism and just take off. He stayed on his feet. He stayed on his feet, which allowed him to make a great pass to Cade. Cade's
power the ball up.
Mitchell Robinson in, Mohamed Diawara in. So Diawara remains in the rotation ahead of the newly acquired Jeremy Sohan, who Mike Brown told us is probably going to get worked in slowly. Pistons sticking with the 5 on the floor. Brunson, the Euro, no. Robinson got a tip attempt, and it's cleared by Reed. 1-point lead for the Knicks. Cunningham couldn't bank it in. And now a break if the Knicks can run quickly. Hart right down the middle. He banks it home.
Hart's a great finisher. You get him in transition, he's going to finish the play. For a guy who isn't a great athlete over the rim.
Well, Coach, also, too, he does not get any play calls. That's his opportunity as Tobias get the and one.
A chance at a three-point play for them with a chance to tie this game up. And does not. 5:30 to go in the opening quarter. 4 team fouls against New York, just 1 against Detroit. Diawara way outside. Mike Brown impressed by Diawara's feel. Robinson, kick, extra. Brunson, short. Knocked away by Diawara. On his horse is Harris. Ooh. Was that a self-pass? That's what the fans thought. Cunningham knocks in a triple.
Told you we weren't worried about Cunningham coming out missing those shots early. He's got into the rhythm and the flow, but he's getting all the shots that he wants.
Pistons up by 2, their first lead. Diawara to Shamet. It's off. And Reed with the board.
Well, Reed's doing a great job. And they did this to Mitchell Robinson the last time. He had no offensive rebounds.
And another changes here for Detroit. Ron Holland II is in, and Dennis Jenkins, who played here at the Garden for St. John's. In fact, his former head coach, Rick Pitino, is sitting courtside. Jenkins has been one of the great stories in the NBA this season. Brunson gets to the 10.
You know, even though Brunson scored there, you look at Thompson's defense on him, he makes Brunson kind of rush a little bit more than probably what he's comfortable with, because he knows he can't play around with him. So it makes him go a little faster.
That ends an 8-0 run. No look, ball movement. Jenkins gives it up. Cunningham sticks it.
Wow. I mean, Cunningham's a 33% three-point shooter, but against New York, he's lit it up every time they play, and that's his 3rd 3 already in the first quarter.
Diawara
pass
into Robinson for the flush.
That's 2 impressive passes by Diawara. One across